Hey guys! In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my top tips to get through your first year of medical school. Before I even start, if you're watching this, congratulations for getting into medicine. That's an incredible achievement. I'm extremely happy for you. You should be happy for you too. Go and celebrate. Well done. So if you didn't know, I've just finished my first year at med school. It was a bit of a weird finish because of COVID, but it's fine. I got through it. I'm finished. I'm going into second year in September. The course I'm doing is integrated, which means that lectures are mixed in with a little bit of clinical and practical work, which is what most unis do now. But whatever kind of course you're doing, I feel like this video could probably be helpful anyway. I'm basically going to talk about everything I've learned since doing first year, and all of this stuff is going to help me as I go into second year too. So yeah, watch for advice. First thing I'm going to talk about, which I actually had a question about on Instagram as well, is textbooks. So what textbooks do you get? Where do you get them from? Do you actually need them? I'm going to try and answer as best as I can. The first thing I will say is that you don't necessarily need to buy brand new textbooks because there's so many other places you could get them. So if you're not fussed about having a brand new shiny textbook, or like you don't need the physical book to annotate, then keep watching. So most textbooks are available online as PDF copies, and the older year medics in your uni are very likely to give you the links to those and help you out with that. So if you're happy having a textbook online, then that's one option. The next option is, once you get into uni, if you're on your group chats and stuff, or even within my medical school, people are always advertising second-hand books. They literally sell them for less than half the price of getting a new book, and you can annotate that too if you want to, because it will be your own. So if you don't mind it being second-hand, that's a way to get textbooks for way cheaper if you'd like to have the physical textbook. And the third way, obviously, is your library. What I will say about the library is that the textbooks get snatched up really quickly, probably by all the first years, because everyone's trying to get the books in case you need them, and no one really knows if they need them or not. So yeah, I wouldn't rely on getting them from the library, but they will be there. Obviously, if you want a brand new book, if you love getting new textbooks, things like that, which I completely understand, then go ahead and get yourself a new one. You've gotten into medicine, you deserve it. The next thing I'm going to talk about is staying on top of work. I know this isn't exactly what you want to be hearing, but honestly, it's so important. I found the first semester really hard, and it wasn't necessarily because of the content, it was because I was not keeping on top of things, which is okay, it's first semester, but I think my life would have been a lot easier if I had stayed on top of my work. So the top tips I would give for staying on top of your work would be, if you've got to prep for like a small group teaching, or if your lecture has preparation involved, definitely prepare beforehand. Don't just be like, oh, I'll catch up with it later, because the work is constant. You're not going to get that much time to be able to catch up on all the stuff later. You want to stay on top of it while you're doing it. And the other thing I would say is constant revision. If you have time, just make sure all your notes are up to date, check over what you've learned so far, make sure you understand it as you're going along. I'd say it is very similar to the way that I worked in A-levels. You do need to keep up like a good constant standard of work just to help yourself so that you're not completely swamped with it later on. At uni, you've got your freedom, like you can do your work when you want to. There's not going to be any teachers nagging you, any parents nagging you, so you've got to get yourself on it. I would say definitely do that. I just want to make it very clear after saying all that, that was not me in first year. Definitely not for the first semester. I was behind, I was stressed, and that is why I'm telling you guys this, so that you guys can prevent it from happening to you. And it's going to be something that I'm definitely going to be doing in second year. I am going to stay on top of my work. Otherwise, it's not gonna go well. Now that I know that, I'm just sharing that wisdom with you. The next thing I'm going to talk about is societies. So I think a lot of people are confused on how to go about societies when doing medicine, because most unis have like a medsoc, and medsoc has all their own societies, and then you have the main uni societies. Before going to uni, I was really worried that if I had to stay in medsoc, I would never meet any non-medics. I would be surrounded by medicine all the time, and that's something that I wanted to avoid. However, I did find that the medsoc society timetables were so much better because they are literally tailored to suit your timetable, which is very different from the rest of uni. I'm not saying that it's impossible to do both main uni and medicine, because in my first semester I did main uni dance and medicine obviously as my course, and it was completely fine, so you can work around it. And I know so many people that do plenty of things with the main uni, so it's definitely not shut off to you. But I would say don't close yourself off to the medsoc before you go. Definitely be open to doing medsoc, because I joined medsoc dance and it became so much easier. And in my uni, it's not just medicine students. You've got biomedical students, nursing students, physiotherapy. So there's still like a big range of different people you get to meet in the societies. And obviously outside of medicine, I was meeting people anyway in my flat. So I was worried for no reason about only being surrounded by medics. But the last little thing I want to talk about is the importance of me time, or you time. Time to yourself, basically. I think it is the most important thing for getting through medicine, or any course at uni, to be honest. Because if you don't have time for yourself, either doing something you enjoy with a society, going out with your friends, whether it be for like a meal, bowling, a night out, whatever it is, or literally just having time to yourself in your room doing something you like reading, art, anything, it is so important. You cannot get through without having that time for yourself. So I would say whatever work you're scheduling, however much you're on top of things, always put in time for yourself, just to have a breather, relax, get away from all of the work side of things, and just unwind and feel better about everything. So yeah, that's my key piece of advice. Always, always, always leave time for yourself. So I know that some of those bits of advice were about pretty random topics, but they're genuinely the main things that I wish I would have known before starting uni. I feel like it would have helped me so much and made my life a lot easier. Before I go, what I will say is I do not regret my decision. I absolutely love my course. I love going to university. It has all been so interesting, so exciting. I literally wouldn't go back in time. And yeah, obviously you've listened to my advice now, but mainly do it your way. You know what works for you, so that's what you've got to do. All that's left to say now is best of luck for university. If you want to see more advice and tips videos like this, please don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.